Welcome to the Global Pulse, a short video series where our experts break down a trending topic in international business and why it matters to you.
Value-driven marketing. Now, that's a concept that's been around for 25 years. And what is intriguing about the concept is to say what smart firms are about, is how we can render more value, at least the perception that we're giving more value than the other guys. Now, like I said, in theory, that started out 25 years ago. It was a concept. And we didn't have the tools at the time to enable us to do this. But of course, in today's world, we have amazing tools when it comes to data science and marketing intel, where we can actually apply this concept of value-driven marketing. Now, one of the key pillars of this concept is the idea of the customer principle. You really got to form a direct relationship with your customers. You have to know their thoughts, their feelings, their overall opinions, and their purchase histories. So the way it works now is that we just have constant 24/7 data coming into firms, and in real time, we can make decisions on that data. Now, that wasn't the case 20 years ago or even 15 years ago, but now across the board, so many firms are using that data, and they're making really great decisions as far as rendering more value. So when we think about a study that recently came out by Deloitte, and it was in the Wall Street Journal, they were saying, look, there are 7 key trends in 2022 and beyond that we really need to explore. The first is what we call social purpose. Social purpose is very important for firms out there to say, look, there needs to be a value alignment between ourselves and our customer base. Customers care about social inequities, and we have to be very vocal and out there on the record saying this is what we stand for. So no longer can you play it like Switzerland. You got to be about something as a company. Another thing you're going to see more of is inclusive marketing. America is made up of many different folks. And when we think of the different race, the ethnicities, sexual orientations, different abilities among our citizenry, that's what you're now seeing in commercials and ads. You're even seeing interracial couples. And so this is in keeping with the real America. And so Generation Z especially likes to be able to say that, hey, the country is shifting and changing, and you can see it. Now, here's a third sort of trend that's sweeping the nation. We are now shifting from the creative more toward what we would call intelligence in terms of design of new products and services. Why are we able to do this? Because we have data scientists and we marshal all this data, and we're going with data as opposed to our gut and intuition when it comes to the creative. So the creative will now be informed by intelligent design. Here's number 4. It's time to drop the cookies. So you've probably gone to various websites and they say, this is our policy, do you accept our cookies? The reason for it is an issue of privacy. And so many firms now are saying, look, this is crazy. It's smarter to get away from cookies. And there are other ways in which we can actually get to know our customers. So in terms of using third-party sources as far as tracking, that's in the past. Here's another trend number 5. We want to put people or customers first in the data experience. So this is a tricky, delicate balance because we're gaining more and more information about you, but we don't want to cross that line where we suddenly become creepy. We don't want to be guilty of that, but we want to be helpful, and that's the key. Number 6 is there is this hybrid experience that's going on. We're shifting from physical into digital, and what we are seeing is a blending of these two worlds. So we now are in certain spaces saying, well, sometimes I physically go to the bank and sometimes I do things online, and that's becoming more of the norm. So the hybrid is here to stay. It's not one all or the other. And finally, trend number 7 comes down to the notion of artificial intelligence. Now, Ray Kurzweil had sort of warned us that, look, the world's going to change. We're going to see some amazing things with technology. He even predicted that someday computers, yes, I said it, computers will beat you in a game of chess. And that happened in the 90s. And so now what we start to realize with AI is that it's really super cool in the sense that we have chatbots. We suddenly are now interfacing with machines. And we're still cognizant that, yes, I'm talking to a machine and not a person, but that machine is getting more and more like a human in terms of the small talk that we get out of chatbots, the ability to read off certain scripts that how in normal conversations we would have is becoming more ordinary. So even if you take a simple trip to McDonald's, you'll probably find there are people who say, you know what, I don't want to wait in line to talk to a human as a cashier. I will go to this machine, punch in what I want, and the machine will deliver for me. So this ease and comfort with machines is mankind merging with machines. And in some sense, by 2030, what Kurzweil is telling us, this notion of cyborg sort of existence is out there. So we've got a lot of cool things going on for the Global Pulse this week when it comes to this idea of marketing trends, and especially with the advances we're seeing in technology. So just hold on to your hats, because when we get to 2045 and 2050, it'll be a very different world. But in that world, let us hope that we will find a way to coexist with the machines in our lives. So thanks for listening. Have a good one. Take care now.